Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is May 7th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so first of all I see these 8 point left and this cell sees another 8. Well, I really don't see much information that I can get from 8s because there are only 3 given 8s and these are not good patterns to mark, so that's it. Gonna focus on other digits. For example, this 9 points right, so in block 2, 9 is forced into row 2. And then these 9s points right, and this cell also sees 9. This 6 points right, so in block 2, 6 is forced into row 3. And then these 6s points right, and this cell also sees 6. And there we go. There is a 6-9 pair in block 3. Because in block 3, 6 and 9 are still missing, so they have to go, both of these digits still have to go somewhere in block 3, and it cannot go into these cells, because all of these open cells see another 6 and 9. So that leaves only 2 open cells remaining that are available for both 6 and 9. So these 2 digits can only go into these 2 cells, so a 6-9 pair is formed in this case, and all other digits are eliminated from these 2 cells. Yeah, I think, I'll just, I don't think I can really get a digit placed from this 6-9 pair, but at least I know this for, when I need it later. Alright. Okay, 2 and 3 still need to go somewhere in block 2. This cell sees 2, so it goes into one of these 3 cells. These 2 cells see 3, so 3 goes into one of these 2 cells. Sorry, not the 4. 3. These 3s points right. These 5s points up, and the cell sees another 5. So in block 1, the digit 5 is forced into the cell. And then we got the 5s into one of these 2 cells in block 5. These 5s point right, and there we go. There's a 3-5 pair in block 9. Same logic as this 6-9 pair, because in block 9, both 3 and 9 still need to go somewhere, and it cannot go into the other open cells. So both 3 and 5 can only go into these 2 cells. So this 3-5 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. Alright, after that, we got this 8 pointing right and this 8 pointing down. So in block 9, the digit 8 is forced into row 9. And then these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 8. And then it goes into one of these 2 cells in block 5. And again, same logic with the 6-9 pair and the 3-5 pair. There's now a 5-8 pair in block 5. Because, yeah, both 5 and 8s can only go into one of these 2 cells in block 5. And those 2 cells are the same 2 cells. So 5-8 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. So now we can say that the digit 3 in block 5 is forced into column 6. So now these 3s points up to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 2. And then these 2 cells see 6 in the same row, so 6 has to go in this cell in block 2. Now, this 6 points down, and this 6 points right. And of course, 6 cannot go into a 5-8 pair. So it is forced into this cell in block 5. which then makes the cell a 3. Because I just removed one of the two possibilities for 3. So this is the only available cell for 3 in block 5. So it is forced into this cell. The 6 in block 6 goes into one of these two cells, the cell C6. And in block 7, 6 goes into one of these two cells, and into one of these two cells in block 8. Alright, 7 and 8, block 7 and 8. Okay, these two cells form a 6-9 pair, but this cell sees 9, so I can actually get the 6 and 9 placed. This 6 also forces this digit 6 to go in this cell in block 7. Alright, this 1 points left. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into row 7. And then these ones points right. This cell sees 1. Okay, I just noticed that in column 6, these two cells, C9 and 9, still have to go somewhere in column 6. So it is forced into this cell, which then makes this a 2. Down here, these two cells form a 2-4 pair, making this a 7. You could have also seen it by these 7s pointing down. That's also fine. Alright, these 3 open cells in block 5 form a 1-4-9 triple. This cell sees 1. This cell sees 4. Okay, I do want to mark down some digits that go into the open cells in column 2, because I do see most of them are quite restricted. So 1, 2, 4, and 7 are the digits that go into the open cells in column 2. 1, 2, 4, 7, alright? This cell sees 1 and 4, so it can only contain either 2 or 7. This cell sees 2 and 4, so it can contain 1, 2, 4, and 7, but sees 2 and 4, so this cell can only contain either 1 or 7. 1, 2, 4, 7. This cell sees 2 and 7, so it can only contain either 1 or 4. And then this cell sees 1, so it's 2, 4, or 7. Alright, I just noticed that the digit 9 in block 7 goes into one of these two cells. You might have noticed that in column 2, the digit 1 is forced into one of the two cells in block 4. Because no matter what, the digit 1 has to go into one of these two cells in column 2, and both of these two cells lie in block 4. So these ones actually eliminate the 1 from all other open cells in block 4. So none of these cells can contain 1 because they are forced to be in one of these two cells. Alright, in row 2, 1, 3, and 4 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 4, and this cell sees 1. This 7 points right. And of course the 7, the digit 7, cannot go into the 3-5 pair, so it is forced into row 7 in block 9. Okay, 2 and 4 are the other digits that go into these cells. Okay, I was just looking at row 4 and I found a single. This cell, it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 7. So the digit 7 has to go in this cell, because this cell literally cannot contain any other digits. So it has to be a 7, otherwise the cell would end up being empty, of course. And of course, we don't want that to happen. So 7 is forced here. After that, the digit 7 in block 3 is forced into row 3. In block 4, 7 is forced into one of these two cells. In row 4, 4, 8, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 4. I guess I'll just keep marking down some digits in some open cells. In row 7, 1, 2, 4, and 7 are the digits that go into the open cells. I've already found that 1 is forced into one of these two cells and 7 is forced into one of these two cells. So we got 2 and 4 left. This cell sees 2, and this cell sees 4. And the other two are just fill in 2 and 4. What about in row 3? 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7 are the digits that go into the open cells. Alright, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. This cell sees 2 and 5, so it can only contain can only contain 1, 4, or 7. I guess this cell is 1, 2, 4, or 7, which is not that great either. I guess I'll just keep marking down some digits until I really find a triple or anything, or a pair. Anything would be nice. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the digits that go into the open cells in column 9. This cell sees 1, 4, and 5, so it can only contain either 2 or 3. This cell sees 3 only. Apparently it sees 3 only. So it's 1, 2, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C's 1, 2, and 4, so it can only contain either 3 or 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, this cell C's 1 and 4, so this cell is 4, 2, 3, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Oh, but C's 3 and 5, so it's 1, 2, 4 only. Might as well mark down 2s and 4s. This cell can't be a 4. Alright, so no, it's not helping. Yeah, I'll just keep marking down digits. I mean, I'm kind of blanking right now. I do apologize. But I don't really see anything. Alright, so in row 1, these 4 open cells are 4, 2, 3, 7, and 8. This cell sees 2. And I'll complete these cells in block 7. So we still got, wait, hold up. We've got 1s here, 2s here, 4s. I think in any of them. 7s down here, and 9s here. Oh my goodness, how have I not seen this until now? Alright, so in column 9, the digits 1 and 4 are still missing. This cell sees 1 and 4, and these two cells also see 1 and 4 in block 6. So only 2 open cells are available for both 1 and 4 in column 9. 1 and 4, both 1 and 4, can only go into these 2 cells in column 9. So these 2 cells form a 1-4 pair, which makes the other 3 cells in this column a 2-3-5 triple. Okay, wow, that was a tough spot, I would say. So after the 5 is eliminated from the cell, the digit 5 is forced into one of these two cells in block 3. And these two cells form a 5-7 pair, because both 5 and 7 can only go into these two cells, because it is eliminated from other cells. So these two cells form a 5-7 pair, which eliminates 7 from the cell. Now if you look at row 3 again, we got a 5-7 pair. We also got a 1-4 pair, meaning that the one open cell left that is not a part of pair or triple or anything is a single. It's a 2, actually. So after I place this 2, the digit 2 is forced into this cell in block 3. After I place this 2, I can force the digit 2 into this cell in block 7, which finishes up block 8. Down here, these 3 cells form a 1-4-8 triple to complete row 9. And here we got a 2-7 pair, which makes these two cells a 1-4 pair, which further eliminates 4 from these two cells. Actually, it already sees 4 after I place this one. Also, after I place the 2 in block 1, there are now only 2 open cells available for both 1 and 4. So these two cells form a 1-4 pair in block 1, because both 1 and 4 can only go into these two cells in block 1, which also eliminates all other digits from these two cells, which makes these 3 cells a triple of 3, 7, and 8. So this cell can only contain 7, and the other 2, I think, can't be resolved now. Oh, but we do have a 1-4 pair in columns 1 and 3, which eliminates 4 from this cell, making this cell a 4 for this row, because this cell can't be 4, this cell can't be 4. So 4 has to go here for this row. Okay. But now this cell sees 7, so this has to be a 1, which makes this a 4. This cell is actually a 7, so we got these 7s pointing left. After I place the 7, we can get the 7-9 pair here. Done. Three, 8, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells in block 4. Now this cell sees 1, so column 4 is actually done. Okay, 2 is eliminated from this cell, so these two cells now form a 3-5 pair, and eliminates all 3s and 5s from other open cells in block 6. Which forces the digit 2 to go into one of these two cells in block 6. Actually, it could have been found without the 3-5 pair, just simply by using these 2s. So 2-6 pair, 3-5 pair, and an 8-9 pair, but this cell sees 9. So this cell can only contain 8, which makes this a 9, this an 8, this a 5, this an 8, this a 3, this a 9. And this 3 actually points up and completes, resolves this 3-8 pair. This cell this cell is known, it's a 3, which finishes off row 5, which makes this a 5. Now this cell sees 8. So this cell can only contain 4, this is a 1, this is an 8. And surely, yes, it is, completing in any moment now. This cell sees 9, and it should be done. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in 25 minutes and 40 seconds, so this one definitely took me a longer time. It took me quite a while to spot the things I needed to see. For example, the most obvious one was the 1-4 pair in column 9. When I just said obvious now, it wasn't that the 1-4 pair was obvious, it was that the fact that I struggled with finding this 1-4 pair was obvious. So this one actually was already a hidden 1-4 pair from the very beginning. As you can see in column 9, there are only 2 open cells available for both 1 and 4. So these 2 cells right off the bat could already form a 1-4 pair. It was just sitting there for people to see. And of course I did not see that until a rather long time, alright? It started off quite well, but it was just a few things, including this 1-4 pair. The 1-4 pair was really, really key, because the 1-4 pair eliminated some digits and later formed this 5-7 pair, which made this cell 104. So there were 1-4 pairs in like row 3 and column 3, and I could place the 2 in blocks 1 and 3. So after I found this 1-4 pair, everything just seemed to crumble apart. So I would say that this 1-4 pair is the most key spot for this puzzle. Of course, there are also other important things to see in this puzzle, but I would say the 1-4 pair was the most tricky one, and at the same time, the most important one to spot, in my opinion, because that's how I solved it. Do feel free to leave it in the comments down below if you have, other ways of approaching this puzzle, or if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to reply you. And congrats if you found this 1-4 pair really early on. Alright, today is May 7th, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!